Every day I wake, I make my mind up. I'ma be the one, be the truth, be the way. Yeah. Every day I wake, I make my mind up. Gotta keep my mind on the because they only telling their side of the story. Out here telling lies like they on Morid and poor rich kids get their money on phone it. But down here in the hood, yeah, we know Forex. We growing up, yeah. We got the good. Good of them assets, good of my bag. Get rid of cash before the whole market crash. A news flash, just a blast from the past. We on the smash, be prepared to hit the gas.
Peace to the party, peace to the party. It's your homeboy back again with the news. So you know I got some good info for you once again. So check it out. We're going to get straight to it today. Appreciate all the love, the subscribers, likes, comments. Keep it coming. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. But let's get to the news for the day. So I'm pretty sure anybody who got ears, you done heard about Fanni Willis. Now, I haven't touched it yet because I've been letting it develop and do what it do. But being I'm your homeboy with the news, you know I got to speak on this now because it falls right in line with what I've been breaking down about the Democrats being in bed with, you know, the black people to really set us back and put bad examples out and really just straight up be on some bullshit. Now, let me go ahead and break it down for y'all who don't know all the details. You just been hearing about it. Let me give you a quick little synopsis of what's really going on. All right. So I'm gonna bring you up to current day because we just got a new development, but I want some of y'all to understand who don't know. So I'm gonna summarize this real quick. So basically, Fanni Willis, she is the DA in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, Fulton County DA, right? So she was in charge, her office is in charge of charging Donald Trump and his associates for the whole situation that they say he rigged and he cheated on the election, right? This is what they are alleging. This is what they are trying to prove. Okay, so now Fanni office, they get the job, right? So now Fanni hires a special prosecutor. There are multiple, but the highest paid of those happens to be Nathan Wade. But is she messing around with, right? So now all the information come out. All the information come out. They go to court. The office is being investigated, Fanni Willis' office, to see if there's some misconduct going on, right? Because some ain't lining up. So I know a lot of y'all in the community, y'all like, oh, they just after them because they black. Let the sister do her thing. They ain't in everybody else's business. But when you hear the details for yourself, you're gonna recognize how ridiculous they was moving. They was really out here reckless, right? Just really being stupid if we keeping it real. So how this all came to be? How did they get the information to start prosecuting? Well, to start investigating Fanni Willis's office. Well, Nathan Wade had a homeboy he was in business with at one point in time. He went and told the other attorneys the inside information. Buddy ratted. That's what he did. He went and gave her all the information needed. He told her where to look. She just was taking notes. She literally said, he told me so much I had to whip out the notepad. So he was spilling his soul, right? Letting it be known, like, hey, look, I don't know what's up, but you gotta go get Nathan Wade. Whatever you need to do, I'm gonna give you the information, right? So this is what happened. This is how we get to the point of where we are right now, right? Pretty sure y'all done heard some of those details. But now let's tie it to what I've been saying about the Democrats. This a smoking gun right here. I ain't even gonna lie to you. This is a straight up smoking gun because it looks crazy. It looks crazy for Fanni Willis and company to be associated with the White House, knowing the White House would love, the current White House administration would love nothing more than to nail Donald Trump to the cross, because that's getting rid of your competition. Whether you like him or not, I'm sure we can all agree that he is leading with the Republicans to challenge the Democrats in this election, right? Talk to me now. Now, like y'all know, in the comments, leave me your opinion, good or bad. We're going to chop it up. This is a conversation. I'm just your homeboy with the news. So let me get this pulled up, all right? Because I want y'all to see this new development because, you know, I can say anything. We all about showing and proving, right? We all about showing and proving, so I got to show it from the other side. Listen how other media is capturing this, right? And I want y'all to hear for yourself what's really going on. So let's get it pulled up. Let's hear what they got to say about it.
President of the United States, who happens to be the leading presidential candidate, including and then also with 18 co-defendants, including President Trump's top aides, lawyers, supporters. This co-defendant, Michael Roman, submitted this 127-page motion to dismiss the indictment based upon this. There's also other problems besides Fanni Willis getting kickbacks from her boyfriend, allegedly, in the form of these lavish trips. You also have this prosecutor, if you read his bills, he bills like 8 hours at a time every day with very vague descriptions. But one day he billed a full 24 hours. He billed every second of a day, and he put the vague description prepared cases for pretrial, right? So you work 24 hours in a row very early on in this case.
Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade.
Yeah, Nathan Wade. Another thing that's very problematic.
Here's the bill, by the way, for the viewing audience on YouTube. You can see he does have a 24-hour invoice. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, and he also, this is how stupid this guy is. This guy also billed for 2 meetings he had with the White House staff. One with the White House counsel for like 8 hours, and then another 8-hour meeting at the White House before Fanni Willis brought this indictment against President Trump. So that makes it very clear that President Biden and his White House are lying when they said that they didn't have any communications with any of these Democrat prosecutors like Alvin Bragg and Fanni Willis before they brought these unprecedented charges against President Trump, this election interference, because Nathan Wade billed for those meetings. And the fact that he billed for those meetings, his 2 meetings prior to Fanni Willis's indictment with the White House staff, proves that they talked about Trump's indictment. Because why else would Nathan Wade have billed for those meetings if they didn't talk about what he was working on?
That's a very good question, Dave. Those 2 dates, and we've seen now his bill, May 23rd, 2022, November 18, 2022, before Trump was indicted by Fanni Willis. And it says travel to Athens conference with White House counsel, 8 hours on the May one. November interview with DC/White House, 8 hours. Mike raises a good question. Why would he be talking to the White House and conferring with White House counsel immediately prior to Trump's indictment if there wasn't coordination with the White House on Trump's indictment?
Megan, let's look at the dates. The investigation.
So now we have these Democrats, right? Keep trying to tell y'all. So now we have it that Nathan Wade and Fanni Willis, because they're not alleging to both of them being there at the same time, but definitely Nathan Wade, and they have documents as well for Fanni Willis. But Nathan Wade, so okay, for Fanni, you may say, well, she the DA, because you know they always hold events at the White House. Different, it's a Democratic house, right? White House right now, so they have invited past people, DAs, judges, you know, and they get a White House visit. But Nathan Wade is only a part of this because of Fanni Willis. He is a contractor that she hired and brought in. He get paid more money than anybody else that they hired and contracted out. Matter of fact, he get double what anybody else in the country would make in his similar position. And he has zero experience when it comes to trying felonies, and he's in charge of one of the biggest cases in current times. Now, think about this now. Now, while all of this is going on, they met with the White House. Now, why would a state trial, why would they need to go meet with the White House in reference to this case? Because they're showing you when you are a contractor, anybody who's done contract work, you are a consultant, things of that sort, you know you have to bill and you have to itemize the way you bill your hours. So this is why he said he ain't smart, because why would you put that you met with the White House? Knowing that you got the case, this was right before they indicted Trump. Y'all meet with the White House, all of a sudden the indictment come out. Come on now. It looked crazy. It looked crazy, family. Talk to me now. I'm just your homeboy with the news reporting, but we got to keep an open mind. What are they doing? Going to the White House. Next thing you know, it's an indictment going down. Other people of the profession are saying that that's not normal. So, you know, we gotta be objective, and we gotta take what we hear, right? And we can't let them be the ones who paint the narrative for us. We need to be doing our own due diligence. So look, tell me what y'all think about that. Tap in the comments. We're gonna get to the next topic. All right. So clearly, there's another hot topic that I'm pretty sure you may have heard about, right? Which is, we know the immigration, the migrants, is going crazy right now. Now, I don't know what city you in, what state. Y'all let me know, tap in with that information as well. But it's real. If you hit any of these major cities, you will be able to see these migrants, some of everywhere. Literally, it's not just a media thing. You can see it with your own eyes, right? So I'll tell y'all a story. Sometime last year, me and the wife, we go to Arizona for a wedding. I'm in the airport. I think I was trying to check a bag. I was trying to do something, but it was a dude in front of me, right? So I couldn't see what he really looked like, but it was time for him to go next. And you know how at the counters, they rule, they want you to go and come when it's your turn. So I'm trying to let him know. So when I tap him and I'm like, hey, bro, you know, it's your turn. He looked at me with this crazy look. And when I'm looking at him, you can tell, you know, he ain't put together, but he ain't put together. Look like he ain't bathed, you know, the whole nine. And I looked at his hand because he had something in his hand. And I remember flying as a kid, they used to have them old school, like hardcover tickets. He had one of them in his hand. And I'm like, bro, I ain't seen that in a minute. So I'm putting two and two together. I'm like, oh yeah, buddy, definitely not from around here. And he's not a normal international traveler. He don't look like he could afford no ticket to come across the country. I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. But to make it even crazier, when we finally get into the airport, get to our terminal, I see a group of him and his partners. They like huddled up 5-6 deep. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all don't hold it against me. I go past these boys, it was a cloud of must. I'm talking about them boys, musty as can be. You can tell ain't no way they had the bread to get them tickets to come over here. So leading to what's being said about the Biden administration, there's been a lot of talk about him being very lenient on this immigration. We done seen them boys give Ukraine an arm, leg, tank, guns, you name it. They didn't give them folks all kind of stuff, right? So you know, with your homeboy with the news, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about this because it's crazy right now, right? So let's go, and I'm going to pull this up, right? We're going to break it down because I want you to hear what the other side say first. You know how we do, all right? We want to
now a controversial Biden administration program.
And then I want to hear y'all thoughts. You know, I'm going to chime in with mine, but let's hear what they got to say, and we're going to take it from there.
Flying tens of thousands of migrants into the U.S. every month, and we're not quite sure where they're going. Alexis McAdams joins us with that part of the story today. Alexis, good morning.
Bill, good morning. This is a wild story a lot of people are talking about. It's not just migrants, as we talk about, flooding into the United States on foot pretty much every day, but they're also arriving at airports across the country. And the Biden administration has flown more than 350,000 migrants into the country using a controversial program to grant them humanitarian parole.
But today it was just announced before I came out. It was unbelievable. I said, that must be a mistake. They flew 325,000 migrants, flew them in over the borders into our country.
And as a hot topic on the campaign trail, Customs and Border Patrol data showing that 357,000 migrants have been flown into the U.S. from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela. That's just through the end of January. It's all part of a special program called the CHNV Parole Program that grants migrants 2 years of humanitarian parole. So the CBP denied a FOIA request to name the airports where the migrants arrived. That was filed by the Center for Immigration Studies. They told them, in part, if disclosed, it would reveal operational vulnerabilities that could be exploited by bad actors. So no answer on where these people were going. While we see massive groups of migrants crossing illegally at the southern border every day, the migrants in this CHNV program are able to apply for asylum. How? Well, they use a cell phone app to do it. There are strict eligibility requirements, though, for this program, including having a supporter in the United States, undergoing security vetting, and then once the 2 years are up, they must apply for renewal or leave the country. So we'll see how that plays out. Republicans arguing that the migrants using Biden's parole program will end up staying here illegally. And several GOP states have already sued the Biden administration over the legality of this program. We're still waiting on a ruling on that.
More to come on this. Alexis, thank you here in studio. Dana.
350-some thousand people. Do y'all know how many people that is? For context, most cities in America are nowhere near that big. Okay, so they're bringing enough people to populate multiple. We're talking hundreds of cities they can populate with this amount of people. Let's just put that in context now. Now that is crazy, right? How is that even a thing? Like, where y'all get the time and the money and the resources to want to go bring in all of these people? Well, see, look, y'all. This is why it's important that we do our due diligence and we go listen, research, and really break down what's being said to us, because the dollars that we are putting into this economy, the taxes that we pay on everything is the money and the resources that they're using to do all of this stuff for everybody else except for us. It don't matter what color you are. This really, at this point, is really an American problem. And if you really here and you care about the survival of your own, you need to have an interest on where you lay your head. Like, it just is what it is. We can feel how we want to feel. Put your ideology to the side. This is just common sense. If we live here and things get bad here, that's bad for all of us, right? So let's break down real quick what this program is, because they gave us the name of the program. So let's go look at hit some quick highlights in this program. And I want y'all to go do some research. Y'all come put me on something. Bring it to your homeboy. Drop it in the comments and let's talk about it. But I want to read something to you real quick. Around here, we read. All right, we do our due diligence. So I'm going to read a little bit to you, a passage of this so you guys can see. So this is a quick Wikipedia search, right? So this program is a humanitarian parole for Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans, okay? That's where they get the CHNV parole program. It is a program under which citizens of these four countries and their immediate family members can be paroled into the United States for a period of up to 2 years if a person in the U.S. agrees to financially support them. The program allows a combined total of 30,000 people per month from the four countries to enter the U.S. The program was implemented in 2022 in Venezuela to 2023 in Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua in response to high numbers of migrants and asylum seekers from these countries crossing into the U.S. at the southwest border with Mexico. Each of the four countries is facing political, social, and economic instability. Okay. The CHNV program is credited with greatly reducing numbers of people of these nationalities crossing into the U.S. at the southwest border. After the implementation of humanitarian parole for Venezuelans, now listen to this next part. The number of Venezuelans encountered each week by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security fell by over 80%. The U.S. government promised to deport any person from these 4 countries who arrived to the U.S. not through the program. The CHNV parole program was modeled after Uniting for Ukraine, which was implemented in response to large numbers of Ukrainians arriving at the U.S. border with Mexico in 2022 as a result of the Ukrainian refugee crisis after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Now, what do we know about Ukraine? Even if you ain't looked up not one bit, I bet you heard about all that money they getting. So now here we got the Biden administration, with Joe Biden was once the head guy at the Senate Council of Foreign Relations. His family is being alleged of having business dealings with foreign officials in regards to foreign interests, meaning to help them, not us. Okay. And so now you got this program letting all kind of people in, right? We're hearing about it. New York City, what they just did, set the guard out there to protect the subway. We got people in the party, boots on the ground. It's really real, right? So tap in, do your due diligence, and go look into the information, and y'all come back and bring it to me, because this your homeboy with the news, so you know I'm going to do what I do. I told you we diligent to the mission. But that's today's topics, fam. You know, so as always, keep the support coming. All right. We appreciate everything that y'all have been doing for the channel. This is what we do it for. All right. So with that being said, keep it positive. Keep it pushing. This your homeboy with the news. I'm out of here till next time. Peace.
This is all the love I had. I can't get it back, I won't get it back, Gave all the love I had. One motherfucking 3, nigga. I can't get it back, I won't get it back, Can't get it. This is all the love.